controversial types sound paradoxical. I won't go at money online. I was afraid I would read it at name of terrorism. Don't name a woman, but yeah, terrorists. I'm not name. So there, who beautiful young. Letter weapon. I know. That's what we're going to do. 200 naira. When you go play, so you bad life to lack.
Thanks for joining us this beautiful morning. It is City STEM, and I'm Michael Adekunle. We appreciate all our viewers and esteemed viewers for staying glued to the channel. We simply thank you for joining us once again this morning. It's a brand new week, brand new Monday, the 8th of June 2026. Please subscribe to the channel if you're watching us for the first time. And it's very, very important. Share the program. Like the program, the like button is there. Hit it. Propagate City Stand. Let people know what is going on. Yeah. All right. Please let us maintain decorum in the comment section. Let us respect each other's opinion. It's very, very important. We observe that. Let us, abide by the rules and regulations, guiding this platform. Please, let's do that. Very, very important. Vincent, you're welcome to the program. How are you doing? How was your weekend? It was great, right?
It was great because for every person that is alive, to see another new day, you have to give glory to God. Even though we know that the social fabric is already heated up because of political activities going on. But that being said, I will only say that thank you for being there, all our esteemed viewers across the globe and Nigeria. I say good morning to you, my Kadekule. Good morning, my co-analyst on this platform. Yeah. I say very brand new week. We are ready to go.
All right, very brand new week. OJ, the global analyst. Morning to you too,
Mr. Mike. I'm saying good morning to you, Sam. God bless you. God strengthen you. The earth will not fail. I'm also saying good morning to this great platform, System. God bless System. And our global viewers all over the world. Mrs. Tina and the rest of all the benefactors that have been very kind and very, very beneficial to us on this platform. I say good morning. You are all welcome, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I need my humble self, Mr.
I like the global analyst. All right, Femi, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Michael. And happy new weekend to you.
Happy new week.
Happy
new week. It seems you enjoyed your weekend.
Weekend, you're too cool-minded. Sorry. And I say good morning and welcome to a new week. Our viewer, we say may God continue to be with you. You will never lack any good thing. All the people that have been supporting us on this platform, we say may God continue to support you, Mrs. Tina, and the rest of you, Mrs. Clara. We say God bless you all. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. You look radiant this morning.
Yeah, right. Mike, yeah, that's how. And from the city stand, likewise. If it is not the city stands, it can't be anywhere. So I want to say thank you for life. Thank God for life. For us to be alive again is God. It's by God's presence. And I want to thank all the people that has been supporting Mr. Mustafa Odeshino, the likes of Odulade, Mr. Odulade, the likes of Madam Tina, okay, great. All of them, they've been there for us. And the mother of Jerusalem, I'll keep saying, I doff my heart for the woman, which is Madam Tina. God bless all of them from glory to glory. Thank you very much for being there for us.
All right, thank you very much. Oh, Benjak, how are you doing?
Yeah, fine. Good morning. Happy New Week. May good Lord be with you and our reviewers wherever that I remain blessed. And let me use the opportunity to thank Mr. Dr. Ike. May good Lord be with you and King Harry, the king, palace of the palace, and others, and Clara, and others. May good Lord be with you people and protect you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Evan Jack. In the comment section, the likes of Nathaniel Abu, Boot Sports, K. Odulaja are there, and they're saying good morning to everybody at this stand. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Raf Olu is also right in the comment section. I say good morning to you, Raf Olu. Raf Olu is watching us from United Kingdom. Thank you for joining us this morning. Benedict, a great viewer on the platform there. He's always with us here every morning. Good morning to you, Benedict. Welcome. We also have somebody from Liverpool. Where is the person? Water. Liverpool is a water. A very good morning to you. Very beautiful morning to you over there. Thank you for joining us. We have our lady, our madam. What am I talking about?
Mrs. Tina.
Gladys, all right, Gladys, thank you for joining us this morning. Ezewo is also here. That's another handsome man on the platform. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Ezewo Imafidon, a consistent viewer, a great person on the platform. Good morning, Imafidon. I appreciate you. Etujare Moses, that's my man. Etujare, you're welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us this Sunday, Monday. Be careful with your weekend drama. I've mentioned Sunday now. And meanwhile, I was home all through Sunday. Yes, I didn't go out. I was just enjoying myself.
Happy sweet Sunday.
Yeah. All right. This is not Sunday. This is Monday morning. All right. Although this Monday is going to be like Sunday today, right? Because of one reason or the other, but I'm still going to say it. All right, no problem.
Okay, that's good.
All right, I have Sunday is watching us from Italy. Good morning, Sunday. You're welcome to the program. Omorebe Igbinoba from Spain. He sent me some parcels. I'll be getting it very soon. Thank you so much for that display of love, Omorebe Igbinoba, it's from Edo State. He's watching us from Spain. He sent me some stuffs, So I'll be going there. I'm going to Ajawa State to get those stuffs. Thank you so much. All right, I need to appreciate Andrew Ogunjimi this morning. He's always watching us from the United Kingdom. Thank you so much for joining us this morning again. Andrew Ogunjimi. And I've addressed the issue you raised over the weekend. I've done that. Thank you so much, Andrew Ogunjimi. Odulade Big T Prince is also watching from the United Kingdom. Thank you so much. Udozi Chima is yet to be in the comment section. Of course, you know where Udozi Chima is watching us from.
From Italy. Most popular
from Italy. All right, I spoke with his wife on Sunday morning for over 1 hour. We had a phone conversation, very fruitful one, very informative. Thank you so much, Mrs. Udeze Chima. Robert Uche from Germany. That's my man. Please welcome, Robert Uche.
Good morning, sir.
Robert Uche, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me this beautiful morning. The great one is not here; is yet to be here. I'm talking about Muki Great. I'm sure will be in the comment section. And now, a great person as well. Thank you. All is well. James Manu, Johnny Math, many viewers, many. The palace of the palace. Talking about King Henry. Also, King Joe. All right. The network is friendly. The network is kind of glitchy. This here with this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekunle.
How are you doing?
Good morning, honorable viewers. Good morning, citizens and honorables.
I think you need to pause a bit. You're still going to greet them. The network is somehow this morning. All right. Okay. Yeah. It's working now. I have here with me, or here with us this morning, Adebayo Adelabu, former power minister. Ironically.
Congratulations on the release of your
your family. Congratulations. All right, yeah, the viewers are greeting you.
Yeah, good morning, viewers, honorable viewers. Good morning, citizens as a whole. We are proud of you all for standing with us on this channel. We love you all. We will always be there. Thank you so much.
All right, that's Adebayo here with us, not Adelabu, please. All right.
Adebayo, Michael Adeleke.
Adeleke of Borno State, Michael of City Stand, Adebayo of only you, not everything.
All together.
All right, let us celebrate our own handsome, highly respected, supporter,
Oh my gosh.
benefactor,
Yes. Okay.
ordained helper.
Yes.
All right, what are we celebrating today? Mr. Jacob Adedeji.
Wow. Happy birthday to you.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Long life, man.
Long life and prosperity. Yeah, may God continue to bless you. Yeah, may your days, be filled with laughter and wonderful memories. Yeah, he's a great man on the platform.
Yes.
I know every one of us has benefited in one way or the other from his benevolence.
Yeah.
We wish him many happy returns of the day.
Yeah.
All right, pick up Adedeji.
Mr. Jacob Adedeji, lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba ẹ pẹ́ láyé ẹ ní kú ní kékeré iwájú lójúgun pé iwájú lẹ máa lọ lókè lẹ́yẹ fọ̀n òkè lẹ máa lọ òkè náà lẹ mú oru sí òkè lẹ máa lọ ẹ ní wálẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba bó ṣe wá wù kẹ́ pẹ́ láyé tó ẹ ní fọwọ́ yín gbọ́mọ sí ẹ ní gbéyàwó yín sí lágbára Ọlọ́run ilé òní lé yín ọ̀nà náà tó ní nà yín. Happy birthday. And may God continue to bless you, sir.
All right, thank you so much.
Mr. Mike, I also want to do this in Yoruba language because yes, I'm Mr. Jacob Adedeji. Ẹ pẹ́ ẹni pẹ́ nínú ìyà, ẹni pẹ́ nínú ẹ̀sìn, ẹni pẹ́ nínú ìdààmú. Agbóngbó tó lọ́run ti ṣe fún yín lágbára tó lọ́run, ẹ ní pàdánù ẹ ní fọwọ́ gbọ́mọ sí. Ẹni tọrọ jẹ, ẹni tọrọ náà, ẹni tọrọ lò. Ọlọ́run yóò bùkún fún yín. I wish you happy birthday, many returns. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Jacob Adedeji, I want to wish you with every fiber in me happy birthday. It is not by happenstance that you have attained this milestone in life. I want to say that without sounding modest, that you have just been embraced, and God will continue to support you in every sphere of your endeavor. I want to say more glorious years ahead. Thank you for having attained this milestone, and God will continue to guide you in everything that you do. Thank you for being there also. On behalf of every City Stand crew member, we wish you many happy returns and congratulations.
All right, thank you so much. All right, let's move to today's business. And of course, there are drinks and food available to mark his birthday this morning. So after the program, just wait and enjoy yourselves. All right, ahead of the 2027 presidential election, former Minister of Youth and Sport, Solomon Dalung, has described President Bola Tinubu as the most unserious presidential candidate. The most unserious presidential candidate. That's how he said what? That's how he described President Bola Tinubu. Yeah, the most Unserious presidential candidate despite his strategies. Of course, we do call President Bola Tinubu a master strategist. Okay, that one explained that Tinubu underestimates the combined forces of opposition leaders or opposition parties, and he also stated that Tinubu has allowed hunger and insecurity to fester in his administration, and this could hinder him in 2027 presidential election. But my question this morning is, what is the biggest enemy of President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 election? Is it the opposition parties or his performance? We'll be looking at all this morning together. Of course, don't forget that about 360 persons have been freed. Yeah, they are now free from the captivity of Boko Haram. All right, let's quickly read that out. Boko Haram insurgents are still holding on to some teenage boys and girls in their enclave, even as 360 elderly men, women, and young children abducted from Ngoche in Woza local government area of Borno State regained freedom on Sunday. Troops of Operation Hadin Kai, Mr. John corrected me that day. Hadin Kai said the victims were rescued from the Mandara Mountains, where Boko Haram fighters had been keeping hundreds of captives under harsh and inhumane conditions. Please don't let us forget that the abductees, in Oyo, are still being held in captive of this criminal elements. We are still expecting them to be out of the den of the kidnappers. All the insurgents had on March 3 abducted more than 400 people, including women and children, in what is regarded as one of the largest mass kidnappings by the terrorist group. The attack occurred during the Ramadan period when most residents of the community were observing their fast. Gunshots reportedly first erupted around a military base located about a kilometer away. Blah, 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 blah. Would you call this a welcome development?
Mr. Mike, if there are little...
Is this an achievement?
If there's any achievement...
360 people free.
Mr. Mike, if there's any achievement, we should not lose sight of it. Okay. We should not be political about it. We should not be, be pessimistic and not be so showing a kind of attitude that we are just on the negative side. If there's anything the government does that's okay, we should applaud it. We should encourage it so that it can do more. Get my point? So, but these so-called 360 people, I will wish we still have more in the capacity to be released from the gulag of the terrorism. So, but as it is now, let's celebrate this little achievement. Why we are expecting government to still do more?
You call it little achievement?
Yeah, Mr. Mike. I will call it little achievement because it says that there are still more of captives in the capacity of these terrorists. The school children in Ibadan, they are still there. In other parts of the country, they are still there. So I wouldn't say this one is totality of the overall achievement. It's a measure of progress that the government has achieved. So we should celebrate this. They should go ahead and bring those other captives that are still in captivity and bring them out. Not only that, they should make sure that, because look at what is happening as well as now. What the terrorists, the kind of demand they are putting up, they want this, they want that, pay money to foreign accounts, and they should go ahead and make kidnapping, terrorism not something that is possible for anybody to do again in Nigeria. By sensitizing Nigerians on how to go about improving on their own security. And not only that, they should also encourage Nigerians, they should assist Nigerians, form them into, I've been saying this every time, government is talking of community policing, and they came out last week to tell us, or 2 weeks ago, that we have a constitutional right of self-defense. All these other initiatives, government should be the driver of the process. They should drive this new process of community engagement, of security provision. of people in their locality, in their environment, in their individual places, so as to less the burden of this professional security on the state institution of police, army, of which their number is grossly inadequate. Government wants to think out of the box of new initiative, community engagement, citizenry engagement. Yes, initiatives these are good at. Look at Mr. If you keep your ears on ground, you must have seen that they are uncovering they are uncovering some new people who are involved in this terrorism by people. Because people have now they are working their conscience and their responsibility. So government must go ahead along that line as well. So that these little ones that I will still call this little one, because there are still much people in capacity so to celebrate it. And President Tinubu to show demonstration of determination and will to go all out after those people who are behind this. You should not be, you should not be politically conscious of what will it cost me? What will I lose if I go after these other people? They must determine. I've set an example of President Ambassador against OPC, a Yoruba man, and against Yoruba organization. Go all out against those people you know that are behind it, irrespective whether they are your party members, they are party supporters. These are things that someone is required to do. He must process security of life and property of Nigeria above political consideration. Whether I will lose, if I go after this set of people now, the region where they came from, will they vote for me? No, you mustn't do that. Also, the Yoruba people now, he went after OPC, arrested people. I mean, that's how to show seriousness the dimension of it. President who prioritize life and property of the citizen above political interest.
So, all right, how would you describe this kind of operation? About 360 people rescued, men and women, but we still have teenagers, still being held in the kidnappers' den or terrorist camp. Now, what should government do to rescue the teenagers reportedly still being held by Boko Haram?
You see, according to the literal meaning of Operation Hadin Kai, Hadin Kai literally means synergy. Whatever synergy that the government has used so far in taking that mammoth number from the den of the kidnappers, I think that synergy also can easily also be deployed to other areas that we've not had any kind of kidnappers, the abductees being freed. Having said that, the late British Prime Minister said that crime flourishes in a culture of excuses. And as we now we are in the 21st century now, I think that whatever synergy that needed to be brought up should be done and should be timely. And I want to say, is the 24 or 25 of those are yours kidnapped pupils or victims. I want to believe that if Hadin Kai is a synergy, I want that synergy also to be deployed in Oyo State, so that these people is the 25 or 26 or so. I'm not too sure of the number now. I want to say that they should do whatever they needed to be done, and they should do it very swift and very fast, so that the parents of all these, of the pupils kidnapped in Oyo State too, can also feel some kind of a sigh of relief. I want to believe that the president of the country, President Bola Tinubu, is not a president of Borno, or is not a president of any one state in Nigeria. I think he's the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Though I haven't had this kind of success in bringing out those people that are being held in the gulag of the kidnappers. About 360 is a large number. And even one of other areas too that are also, have also suffered similar fates. I want to believe that whatever needed to be done, they should just do it and do it timely. That's my own.
Now, were they released based on negotiation? Did the government pay ransom? That's what I can't really say or confirm for now. But in April, there was a video released by Boko Haram
Okay.
Showing the captives, demanding about 50 million or something like that. They show some of the captives, and they demanded about 50 million naira for each person. I don't know, but on this case now, did the government pay ransom to rescue these abductees from the kidnappers then?
So, Mr. Mike, what happens is this: when you have a government that's already incapacitated by the resources it has to deliver on a particular promises, he has no choice than to negotiate with whoever sold him, that sold him to ransom. The state resources, which is institution of army, police, navy, DSS, they are grossly inadequate. They have been unable to provide security to Nigerians. So whenever there is a situation of this terrorism, kidnapping and co, if government goes to negotiation or pay ransom, I don't against it, because they must get the life of the after it's our money. You support it anyway. But wherever they are not incapacitated, they can't help the matter. Because first they will have deployed to rescue the people. They are inadequate, they are not functioning well, and then there's even the risk of collateral damage if they go on all out competition with them. So if the best thing they feel to do is to pay to negotiate for ransom and free these people. Mr. Mike, I don't against this. After all, these politicians are selling billions of our money, which they didn't spend on us. Yes, they are investing our money in billions. So if you find yourself in this situation whereby which I'm not supporting, which I don't wish it should be so, because no government should be paying ransom to terrorists. But we now they find themselves in a situation where they are unable to provide security for us. In the future, they are controlling, and we are now at the mercy of terrorists, and they want the money for ransom. So Mr. Mike, I won't against this if they pay ransom to free them. If it's ransom that was paid to free all those 360, so be it. It's our money. Yes, the government find themselves in that situation. If the government have been proactive, if they are getting resources required to secure us, we will not find themselves there. This they are find themselves in that situation they are right now. So let them go and get them out. It's our money they spend to them. So maybe that will ginger them up to change, to improve on the security situation we have, and increase the resources that we have. Maybe they will have to recruit more army, more police, more DSS, and then maybe they have to think in the new initiative along the line where we are talking about community policing, encouraging masses so that these people will not have a field day of operation. They will not be going to people who have been kidnapping. They will not be holding people ransom. But as long as they have not done this, they are in the capacity, they are in the helpless situation, and they are coming. Those people are coming to to kidnap us. Government should go and negotiate. So if ransom is what they pay to secure the 360 of them, so be it. I have nothing against it. It's our money. After, like I said, after they too are selling, they are investing our money in billions. This is a just spent to us. This one is spent to rescue us, to save our life. It's okay with me. That's it.
All right, I think there's a mix-up here. Yeah, the ones in Borno State were not the one that demanded 50 million.
Okay.
This particular one demanded 50 billion naira.
Okay,
for the release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should.
No, I'm the one. I'm not from you.
Okay.
So sorry about that. So they demanded 50 billion naira for the release of these abductees. Now, how were they able to get them released, Mr. Vincent?
You see, Mike, gentleman Mike once said that for a drowning man, he or she does not really care about how he or she comes to safety. All what will be uppermost in that person's heart is to be drawn to safety. In like manner, I would say that whatever the government have deployed so far in getting out those 360 without any damage or collateral damage, I think should also be deployed. Even though I'm not totally taken in by that kind of act, because government as an apparatus has not really done their due diligence well. That is why you see the criminal activities of these terrorists keep festering. And I want to believe that as much as the politicians or the government of the day spend money frivolously on some elephant projects that does not have direct consequence on the lives of the masses. I think how much is 50 billion to them? If they are buying SUVs, buying bulletproof cars at such humongous money, how much is 50 billion to them? Or I mean, to rescue those people from the gulags of these terrorists. But even though that might not be the best way approach to it, but in the interim, I think if such initiative is being used and to get 360, I think and they got it very well.
Another question is, how were they able to camp about 400 people for over 1 month? How were they able to do that?
You see, I want to say one thing here. You see, these people, you can see them. Even whenever they, abduct any person, they will throw him into the open space and say, you see, we have adopted social number. That's to tell you too that they have already upped their own game too.
As it's here in this Nigeria, about 400 people.
That's what we, at times it's a worrying. It's a worrying development for every discerning citizen. When you look, what is the essence of our NIN, BVN? If they are linked, why can't, and these people uses smartphones, Android, in communicating with their members. Why can't they be tracked and see that these people are brought to book? At times, I don't know who is even to believe. Because, you remember there was a time Sheikh Gumi went to Saudi Arabia. He was returned back. Yes. Because the Saudi authorities see him as a security risk. And up to the now, nothing is being done. Whenever there is going to be a kind of a mediator between the kidnappers and the government, Sheikh Gumi will throw himself forward. Does he not tell you that there are moves in the government? He's also working in collaboration with with these kidnappers. That is why it has always remained an Herculean task in seeing that we get rid of all this banditry and terrorism in our land. And as much as we continue to go along this route, it's going to, it will take a long while before we can overwhelm this security, these terrorists.
Okay. On that question, don't forget that
how were they able to camp?
Yes,
for about 400 people.
Yes,
for over 1 month.
Mr. Mike, don't forget that these people that have been in this terrorism, they've been doing this over time and they've gotten money. It's like a kind of investment. It's a kind of business which you keep doing every time. You have made some money. You need some money to invest in continuation of that business, so that you retain it, so that you remain in that business. The money they have made over time in the past, the kidnapping, that money is being used to feed the new captor and the new captives, because they know they're still expecting more money. That's number one. So they are already rich in terms of money. So how much we cost them to feed 400 people every day? Because people who are collecting millions, on different captives. So they are already rich with money. So they will spend part of that money. They spend part of that money to feed those captives, hoping that they will get more money for the new captives. Like a manufacturer who produces a product, you say you get the money to invest to produce new product. Those captives is like a product that will bring in new money from the people that come and pay them. That's number one. Then number two, these people that you see them, they have backers, sponsors who are backing them. That's the problem I have with government. There are sponsors who are making money available, who are making them logistics and everything. So they can come as many people in one place without feeling it. Okay, these people that they come, but they not feeding. That's what I'm saying. So apart from the money they have made from the past kidnapping business they have made, which they are used for spending, which is used in keeping the people, and then they are backers as well.
It seems there's something we don't know.
Mr. Mike, they are backers as well. They are backers. The people are sponsoring them too. Make money available to make sure that thing continue. Maybe for political reasons, for whatever reasons, it continues. So another thing concerning this is that they are, once they have to surround people, the people cannot escape. If you dare it, if you are caught, you may be killed. So people will just remain that place where they are. So the money they have made is what they are using, and people are backing them. And the fear of the people running away Because if you are caught and you'll be killed, so that's why they're able to sustain those people for that period of time.
All right, to the comment section, we have William Baruman saying what Mr. Kunle does not understand is that if the money had been spent in the right way in the beginning by equipping the forces, you won't need to pay the ransom. Now you haven't funded the army or police and you have paid ransom, which will find the terrorists. All because you didn't do your work properly in the first place.
I agree with
That
you.
is the problem.
I agree with
Nana
you.
Yokoro says if all this coming election will be 30% free and fair, Tinubu is going to lose. Just 30% free and fair, not even 50%. All right, we'll move to Daniel Oha, and he says, please, I would like to have an account to see what I can do to support what people are doing here. All right, thank you so much, Daniel Oha. The account number is right in the comment section. Pinned it there. You can get it in the comment section. We move down to Williams Okaname. How many casualty was being knocked down? And how much did the government pay for the release of these people? That's the question Nigerians are asking. Did they just go there to rescue them without paying any money? As a Nigerian, do you believe the military just went there, just brought out the abductees without paying any ransom?
I've said it that if the government has to pay ransom, I'm in support of it. Since they are incapable of providing security to us through the state institution, that government pays it. I said after all, they too steal our money, they embezzle our money in billions, and they don't spend that on us. It's for their percent.
So they should spend it on bandits, on terrorists.
It's not that they should spend on terrorists, because the life of Nigerians in captivity is there. They can't leave Nigerians in captivity for long. It's like they're supposed to develop how to rescue Nigerians without being hurt. But now they couldn't do it, they're afraid. So whatever needs to be done, if it's increased, ransom payment, so be it. As far as the names of Nigerians are rescued from the captivity, so be it. But even though I'm not in support of it, but we are left with no chance.
If it is what to save those abductees,
let it be so.
They should pay.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to say.
Because
they've embezzled our money.
They also embezzled too, and that was not spent on our
So they should spend the money on terrorists.
Well, I'm not saying that way. Mr. Mike.
Sorry about that.
I'm saying we are left. We cannot be left in the course of terrorists for long. The government has a reason to come and save us, deliver us. But the means we see that we need to deliver us is they are able to do it. So they are the mercy of the terrorists. We also are at the mercy of the terrorists. So government, if they have to now come and negotiate and pay money to get us out, so be it, Mr. Mike.
All right, away from that, Adelabu's sister, along with her twin sons, were released on Saturday. Friday. We were recently released.
Yes.
Now, what's your take on that?
You see, at times, all this comedy drama, at times, I cannot be bamboozled with it. Before Adelabu, Saga came on board, the young pupils, they kidnapped. Before
was not kidnapped by bandits.
Let me tell you.
People were saying,
either you see, we are, either banditry or terrorism or whatever, is first under criminalization. And no matter how you continue to rub it with semantics, a crime is a crime, and the law fronts against it. And I want to believe that as much as they deploy that energy in rescuing that the Adelabu sister, the former Prime Minister, I think that energy should also be deployed in rescuing those pupils for your schools. And when you look at everything that is playing out now, they have taken their weaponized kidnapping, terrorism as an act in Nigeria. That is why you see all this being playing out. You recall that some persons that are currently inside, with this government, are being fingered as having connection with terrorism. And out of these states, out of this day, nothing has been done. You remember Bello Matawali. You remember, a lot of them. And you also remember Bola Tinubu. You know, that was also going to the Casino State House to dine and wine with the government officials. And nothing is being done. He is working freely. He goes about brandishing his gun and weapons without being checked. Does it show that we have a nation that is serious? As much as we continue to rob the head of all these terrorists to pepper them, we will never get an answer to this other headed monster called kidnapping in Nigeria. Because as long as the political will is not being really channeled towards combining headlong, then we continue to move in circles. That's my own take.
As far as the Adilabu matter is concerned, okay. I don't think the captors they took them to forest. I'm not sure. No. That's where I'm going. Because the account I followed on that matter says they were involved in a gun shootout with police. Yes. Police targeting. I watched the video. Kill two of them. Mm-hmm. That means this category of abductors, they are city, they are metropolitan city abductors. None of them carry captives. Those are not bandits. They are all bandits. Maybe those ones don't carry their captives into the forest. This one they keep their captives within the city, within the town. Because otherwise, I didn't hear anything like forest. They are different from bandits. To me, Mr. Mike, what is that? What happened is that from the account I followed on this, it doesn't seem that they took those captives to forest. They are kept within metropolitan city, and the police were able to engage them. Even though police killed two of them, they were able to rescue them. So it's like this category of kidnappers. They are big boys that live in the city. They cannot withstand the mosquito bites in the forest. So the rain that will fall upon them in the forest, as like this, it's like there's two different category. It makes it easier for police. You can see how they are placing IG tactical team that went for the operation. So that's why it is easier for Adilabu's family to be rescued. I watched the video too. So it's that there are two different brands of kidnappers. That means from what happened to Adilabu now I know there are city-based, metropolitan-based kidnappers and the forest-based kidnappers. Unlike the one that captured the children in your shop, those ones that are forest-based. But this one that city metropolitan based. That's why it's easy for Adilabu to be quickly rescued and brought back home. That's my take on that.
Mike, let me just close with this. All this money that is being brandished to our faces, that are being used in as a kind of a ransom for the freeing of all these the abductees, can also be channeled into our armed forces to fortify them and fortify the operations, so that because as long as you continue to use ransom payments as a means of getting these people out of the den of the terrorists, then you are killing the motivation of the regular armed forces. I'm not blocking this because it's very, very, very important. Because I've always said that if your motivation is not kindled, then nothing will steer your excitement to want to do the job for which you have been paid to do. And I want to believe that as long as they continue to use ransom as a kind of a yardstick in getting these people out of the gulags of the terrorists, so long with this criminal business continue to fester, I want to believe that if the state has done its due diligence very well by doing the SWOT analysis and seeing that and look at the areas where they have weaknesses and the area that they have stronger mode in combating this headed monster, I think, and form it up with all the monies, because if you calculate all the money so far that have been paid at ransom, they goes into trillions into whose pockets. As long as we continue to deploy this pedestrian approach in combating this headed monster, so long we continue to work pitiably on a very long journey to victory.
All right, the Commissioner of Police, the Oyo State Commissioner of Police, was at the scene of the rescue operation, and he urged the residents to report any suspicious activities in the city. That is where the see something, say something slogan of Mr. Kule comes in.
We are the author of
Sorry.
that see something.
You said
say
what?
something.
You said what?
We are the author of that see something. You buy into the
say something,
say something.
Okay.
And that will have saved the people that been kidnapped for long. That will have saved them, because once you cannot provide any stranger you are seeing is
any information to the security operatives.
You know, and you are just making their job to be more, easier. But once they don't know where the people are coming from, and you just mingle with them, and the citizens, they must have been mingling with them for long before they realize they are mingling with enemy, and which is not supposed to be.
He said it wholeheartedly yesterday. He stated it that if you see something, say something.
You say it wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly.
Okay, now.
Your take on it.
Well, immediately we saw that kidnap at Oyo. All of us at Ibadan. No.
That was in
We concluded that this is a Ibadan job. It's pure Ibadan job. And it will be very easier for security operative to arrest them. Why? Because, number one, these people you call bandits inside the bush, they are terrorists. They are just painting them as they are pure terrorists. All these guys that you saw they arrested yesterday, can they stay? See that one that fall down from ceiling with his body as was fresh. Can he stay 3 weeks inside bush? The answer is no. You can, like me, OJ said that mosquito bite. Is he only mosquito bite? Do you know the kind of water they are drinking in the bush? And the abductee, both the abductor and the abductee. But because these people, they are like, Ogbanje, they too, they don't have food to eat. Nothing for them to eat now. It's not that they are eating and they left the abductee. It's only little one that they give them that they are using to survive. This one that did that kind of job in Ibadan, I'm not seeing them, being able to enjoy this kind of thing. Number one. Number two, look at the streets. Even look at the street. You can see that there was a camera recording them, recording the vehicle. They even told us that somebody even snapped the picture of a vehicle that conveyed them. So asking question around, do you see any vehicle moving suspiciously around? We thought this one, they were able to track them down. But somebody that carry like 50 people inside forest, it's not going to be 4-man operation, of course. This one that they did in Ibadan, maybe 2 or 3 operations, and they kidnapped only 3 people. You can't compare it with people that, all this one, they are specialists. Look at the case of Evans in Lagos State. Evans has been up. In fact, all the news that we later hear about Evans, we don't hear it before, that they kidnapped somebody. Nobody hear until when they arrested for everything. So there is a original criminal in this Lagos State like that. So what I'm trying to say is that if you continue to be doing this kind of a thing in the city, there is no way they will not arrest you. One day will be one day. They will arrest you. It's different from people that live inside the forest. Even some of our, okay, look at the scenario of those guys, those our pupils and the teacher that they kidnapped. Up to this moment, we are still told that they are deploying some helicopter to go and drone, to go and survey where they are. They don't know. Maybe they don't know where they even. Maybe they can. Maybe they have transported them to Benin Republic through forest. Nobody know. Maybe they are not even there again. So that's why it's very, very difficult to, tackle this kind of a thing. And let me be sincere here. It does that we have a government that is not serious before. If Nigeria is another country that is serious, like Israel and America, if they kidnap their citizens like this and they have not been able to rescue them up to this moment, they will not blame government. Yes, because they know that their government is serious. They will be encouraging them. I could remember when Hamas kidnapped Israelites. That's why that the Israelites respond immediately. Do you know how many weeks, how many months it took them? I think some of them, they are still in the captive of Hamas. I'm not sure they'll be able to rescue all of them. I'm not sure. But it took them time. It took them back to some died. So these people, this is a terrorism, not ordinary kidnapping. Look at what they are demanding. Give us 1 billion naira. Give us land. Give us a Toyota. Toyota is not going to be ordinary one. The one that they will mount gun on top of it. So you will see that this is the terrorism. Is it this one that happened at Ibadan? I'm not sure this one.
Not terrorism.
Okay, this one they are not specialists. They are not like a banditry one.
All right, I don't see Tinubu as serious as you guys are presenting him. The president cannot or doesn't have the support of 14% of Nigerians. I am not the one that said this. This is coming from former Minister of Sports and Youth, Solomon Dalung. I asked a question the other time that what is the biggest enemy of President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 election? I'm talking about the 2027 election. Is it opposition or his performance, his own performance? What will be his talent?
Well, both, all of them, because they work hand in hand.
Don't forget, we've always said it on this platform that no matter what, Tinubu will still win in some states.
That's
but here we have someone saying that he has just 14% of Nigerians supporting him.
You should have asked him who gave him that. Where is he that data? Where he get that data? Who gave him the data? The man is he from Jos? He's from Plateau. And when we are doing the election, go and look at his polling booth. Maybe he will win it. But honestly, when people like Long, when he's talking, Dalung, go and ask him what was his performance when they make him Minister of Sports. Then Buhari regime. Can he control his local government? These are the people that we just come out of. This is a social media, and some of them, you see, there was one guy in Abuja when they were doing local government election. Come and see his follower on TikTok, on Twitter, everything. But when they do election in his own area, he could not put more than 7 votes. He cannot win his local government. I can bet it with anybody in that plateau. That is saying Tinubu has less than 40% of. Opposition should listen to that one and go and sleep that Tinubu has less than 40%. They will spell their name. That day when they want to do election, they will spell their name. As bad as Nigeria is, we still see people can't carry APC member. They are still there.
You made a statement now, as bad as Nigeria is.
Yes, of course.
You know Nigeria is bad.
Of course, yes.
Now you think some voters
yes,
enough
Mr. Michael
to vote President Bola
Nigeria. We have Badagry in Nigeria. We have so many Badmos. We have so many Badmos people in Badagry in Nigeria. It does not change anything. That is the truth of the matter. That is reality. Take it or leave it. So opposition
claims are not realistic.
To me, it's not realistic. It should go up to this moment. It should go and opposition should go and work on themselves, not rely on statistics of less than 4%. Less than 4%. Look at it in Kano. Less than 4%. Governor APC. Speaker of the House of Federation APC. Shekarau APC. Ganduje APC. And you are now saying they have less than 40%. Opposition, no compulsion is not in APC. Opposition should go and work on themselves and not listen to all this. Let me tell you, if things go wrong now, you will see this the same landlord come out and be formatting rubbish. Babache Lawa, look at only just a little bit of shake between him and Atiku. Look at what Babache Lawa is formatting. You want to rely on this set of people. Somebody like Lalong cannot come out and tell me anything. Even from the beginning of Tinubu regime, the man has asked problem. This has pro Buhari, as simple as that.
Mr. Mike. All right, Tinubu supporters are not up to 14%.
Mr. Mike,
I agree with his claim.
I don't agree with his claim.
And he said he's the most unserious contender.
I don't agree with his claim.
2027 election.
Where did he have that data, that statistics? Did he conduct his survey? Mr. Mike, I agree for waiting.
He said there is hunger in the land.
I'm coming to address that, Mr. Mike.
There's insecurity in the land.
I'm coming to address that. Let us talk about
examples he mentioned.
I'm coming to that. Mr. Mike, I'm coming to that.
All right.
You must talk from reality, not from sentiment, not from emotion, from primordial sentiment or mindset. When APC had their primaries recently, all over the federation, is there anywhere you see APC and you see Nigerians coming out and queue behind every APC aspirant, House of Rep, House of Senate, House of Assembly, Governor, President. People see came out and queue behind APC. Who is telling me that there are no people that are no Nigerians that will see vote for APC? If people can come out physically and see and identify with APC, not voting, not voting where it is a secret ballot. People coming out and queue behind the aspirant, open ballot. Their face, they are not hiding their face. They want their face to be known, to be viewed, to be camered. After we saw them counting the number of people on the queue, even though they jump from one place, that's not the issue. But the people still come out and queue behind APC aspirant. Yes, they did. Someone is telling you that there are people that will still vote for APC.
They are less than 14%.
Yes, Mr. Mike, is not what statistics does he have to prove that? What I'm telling him is that they should stop deceiving themselves. They should go to the field like Mr. Femi has said, go and work, do your serious field work. Because if you think these people they are not on ground, they are simply the part of this. So if people can see come out and identify with APC openly during primaries and they don't hide their face, it means that there are still more number of people that can still vote for them. So then yes, where I agree with him is this, that which may not determine the outcome of the election. That there's hunger in the land. The policy of Mr. President has actually brought the cost of living to be very, very high. Standard of living to be drop. But is that the finality of what will determine the election? I don't think so. Yes, but I don't think it will be the finality of the examination.
According to him, Lagos is going to be a battle zone between APC and the Nigerian Democratic Congress. That's NDC. Apart from NDC, even ADC too. For less than 14% for President Bola Tinubu. That's what he said.
You see, Mike. I want you to look in this or to know this. We are in a political period. Serious jabs will come to the fore. And if Solomon Lalong have been credited to having said what he said about 40%
support for him,
I don't know the metrics he's using. I think he's also fall under him ambit to free speech. All what I will bother myself with is to see something concrete on board. And he might be saying that to assuage the ego of the opposition. But I want to believe whatever he said falls under his right to so do. Yes. Because he is not speaking the minds of the majority of Nigerians. Oh. Because if he said 14%, other people might even say 3%.
But Tinubu was defeated in 2023. He was defeated in Lagos.
You see, Tinubu was defeated in 2023. Then one thing I want us to also know, that I want you to know, Mike, is that how much of electoral value does Solomon Lalong has, you know, in terms of trying to create a kind of a butterfly effect. And having said that, you see, whenever someone talks, we know people that will talk in the political firmament, that will take serious. It's not somebody like Solomon Lalong that will continue to busy or will belabor myself over his speech. Because he was part of this same government. At the time, he fell apart. Then how much value did he bring on board when he was part of them? These are some of the things that we have to look critically well. The fundamental issue is that irrespective of whatever he says, the government of the day abysmally has failed Nigerians. That's what I know. But putting percentages or using some kind of indices, falls under everybody's purview or right to so do.
All right, Tatanalabu says Tinubu's popularity has reduced as a sitting president. His popularity has reduced as a sitting president. Of course, Tatanalabu on this.
Of course, yes.
You know that.
I know that. I agree with him 100%. And hardly.
Why are you countering the claim of Solomon Lalong?
That it has reduced does not mean that it has. You will give us the benchmark how reduced it has been. Of course, yes. With the step Mr. President is taking, there is no way his popularity will not be reduced because it is only him and his cabinet that understand what he's doing. Nigerians, you don't understand.
What is it that you don't understand?
All what Nigerians want, all what
his policies.
His policies, yes.
You don't understand this.
Let me tell you, in as much as I will understand it, he didn't do it in the proper way, and that has been our bone of contention from the onset. Removing subsidy is a good policy because we have been borrowing money to pay subsidy, not that you are generating money to pay subsidy. Sometimes NNPC will give federal government zero allocation because they have been using all the money they gain to pay subsidy. So with that kind of economy, you cannot say Nigeria is existing.
And somebody even said that, am I mad that I'll be using like a 3 trillion naira to be paying subsidy? Obi says so. Am I crazy? 3.something trillion to pay subsidy. All of them said that they are going to remove subsidy. Yes. But the approach, yes, even Obasanjo agreed that there is no problem in removing subsidy, but it shouldn't be done unprepared. It shouldn't be done poorly, the way Tinubu did it, recklessly. Not that we just wake up from slumber and say subsidy is gone. No. That has become problem. Now you take decision on subsidy while you are still battling with that one. You went to NEPA. You went to NEPA. Tariff increased. Before we done with that one, you float naira and dollar. Ratio. You float everything. Our naira was depreciated. Up to this moment, we are still battling that one. So, without this policy, you will see that President Bola Tinubu may not enjoy popularity. But there is something. There is politicking and there is governance. And it is politicking that is giving birth to governance. If you cannot politicking, you cannot govern. So, politicking is the mother of governance. If you cannot politicking, it is politics that will bring you to office, that will give you the leverage. And the political aspect of it is what Tinubu holds like this. His son deliberately, systematically, or anyhow, his son the good governance. But the political aspect of it, that was where Tinubu, and either of the two can work for you. Let me tell you, sometimes when you fail in a class, there is chance for you to repeat the class. Abi, it's not that yes, there are some situations when you fail, they say, "Okay, you are advised to withdraw." Maybe the mark is too low, and they see that you cannot go. But in some cases, you can still receipt for the thing, and that is the gap in between. So that Tinubu popularity has reduced, fine. But somebody will not come out and tell me that Tinubu cannot pay like what is the name of that man from Kogi? What is the name? That comedian. Even if I contest against Tinubu, I'm going to win him. You know me lying. You know me, God, you are dreaming. You are dreaming.
Dalung says Tinubu's support is not up to 14%. Do you think that claim is accurate?
What do you expect? A failure to say. Dalung has been a failure right from the time he left the governorship of the governor seat of the north there, not central there. Since then, I've not been hearing his voice. But this time around, he was a minister of sport. But he was Lalong was once Lalong was a governor. Lalong, Dalung, he was a governor. You don't know what I said. So it wasn't. Okay, if you said it wasn't. Lalong. Okay, sorry about that. So what is there now? What is follower? Either ABC, either ABC. Wait. Now going to be a battle in 2027. The truth will come outside. What truth are you saying that is not running? Let me talk to you. I was saying why Lalong is good. So person are saying that data cannot play in politics. I wonder if you say that. I don't want that money saying one Buhari won election, APC went around the country and collected data, sample people's opinion about governance. So if the Lord say that Tinubu has that 40%, don't take away data in politics. People need to be sound. In politics of Nigeria, you need data for you to go about election. Forget anything I'm coming here to say. This one, for a long time, major statement. Who is right? Who is Lalong, for God's sake? Who is Lalong, for God's sake? Tell me the citizen. No, does he have any? Does he have any problem? I know him when he was a lifeline. He's a lifeline Nigeria. He have his own say. When you have came and say, who is he when he was a Where is he? Yes. Where is he? When he was even occupied when he was a minister, and can see some particles of change in that ministry of sport. People probably they don't let him to under Buhari. He was there. Where the road under Buhari.
Why are you warning? Let me tell you one thing. See, you see what that man said. See, let us counter. That man said 14%. If you see the reality of what really happening in Nigeria today, everybody should come out and say, okay, Tinubu stand, this one stand. Let us pure our heart and vote who will really choose. Tinubu's gone nowhere. Are you a minority? Are you aware that you are a minority? Tinubu crowd is gone nowhere. As it is telling you. See, every day. See the particles of injustice that we are facing in Nigeria. Nigeria was not like this yesterday. See, it's like people are benefiting for this on necessity. Did you know me no president? Why you not part? Did you know the no president? Don't say I'm a president. See, why you not part of the benefit? See, yesterday now, why you not APC guy before? See, they knew him for I'm talking. Don't counter me. Don't counter me. They are virus. I don't play with them anymore. This is Stone. This is Stone. You know that. You see, you see. Who's Stone?
Is the one speaking now.
I know the one speaking now. His language is from appearance. His language negativity. I can't stand here to hear negativity. My mom is broken. You don't know A. You don't know A. Arrange A before you tell people say this is A. That's what we are facing. Professor, thank you. I'm a real professor. I'm a confirmed citizen. See, the truth is the truth. Are you sure we don't need to check reality statement? See, yesterday, see, somebody just came here. That guy said, he said the measurement of the subsidy reducer was the problem we are facing now. He said, go. Yesterday, somebody said, go. You mobilize the higher protest, more of all protests in the whole Nigeria. And you brought down. But now, the first day, see what we're facing now. Anybody want to protest now? Go protest in your state. Go back because they are afraid. They are afraid. See, we are talking about the reality of what we are calling. 2027, Jagapa, your father, he go nowhere. It was once your father.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's Dalung. So
Dalung, yes. Dalung, yes. Right. What has been his achievements when he was in power? What has been his achievement? You see, majority of minister, yeah. What has been his achievement? It goes to a stage that even Buhari was tired of him. You know, he was given appointment under Buhari then, and I can tell you heartedly, the way Nigeria is now, there's just like blackmailing, and I can tell you, the president that we are seeing today, they don't even know the data we have, the data we have on the APC people, and I can say my brother, right? Do you know this APC platform is the largest platform in Africa now? APC that we are hearing now is the largest platform in Africa, and I can say heartedly, the strategy that is APC is having, they are not even lauding it for anybody. It's an in-house strategy.
According to him, Tinubu has allowed hunger and insecurity to fester in his government, and that could affect him in 2027 election.
Definitely, there's inflation. I accept it. Yeah, there's inflation under him, but it has to be. And not only Nigeria that you are witnessing inflation. In UK, if you have anybody you can testify to it, there's inflation in UK, there's inflation in America. So it's not only in Nigeria, and it's not only Mr. President that is bringing inflation into.
And has the president done enough to address this inflation?
He has done a lot. When you say hunger, these people, they are just using that hunger to blackmail people. Majority of them, they take 3 square meals. And when you see their 3 square meals, it's always a balanced diet. Where are they seeing that money? And they will say they are hungry. And I can say heartedly, you need to be hungry. Like this man, this same man. You know, I know him very well. He will I know him very well. So what I'm saying, my brother, don't let them bring all this lamba. What they don't even know, what they don't even study. Go to our reservations now. We serve the money reserve. Our money that's been in reservation now is like in 70 billion. I can say heartedly, as it is now, it's going higher and higher. And when they are not saying hungry is they are hungry. They have the governor they can go to. They have local government people they can go to. It's Tinubu. It's not the Mr. President that will feed them.
let me tell them wholeheartedly, because all of them, they ought to have gone into agricultural processes to be able to have an agree. And you see, when you're even talking of the northern boys, northern extraction there, they even have that instinct more than us here. When it seems that when it is snowing down to that, it's a serious problem. We don't know. Ordinary tomato, na aboki go bring am for you. Ordinary pepper, na aboki go bring am for you. So what are you producing? What are you producing? That means we are not just producing anything. We are just consuming. And once you are consuming, you will find something to be happening, because you don't even have any strategy for us to create the homegrown agriculture that will feed you. And you are saying you are hungry. And why aren't you hungry? Everything you wake up, you just they plan the president agriculture. Haven't you heard of the agric engagement money that they say? I don't know. If you don't know, I can take you to I can take you down there to see. So Mr.
Adebayo, you're welcome. All right. Do you think insecurity and economic hardship can affect the chances of President Bola Tinubu in 2027?
Partially, it can. The insecurity issue on ground, I think it's a general something that all Nigerians should be involved, because I would say, God forbid, if it not happen to anyone in one way or the other. If you know me, you feel concerned. And those are one of the areas whereby everybody needs to up their feet, and we need to get involved to see how we can contribute and make sure peace is being restored back to this very government and Nigeria. And based on the statement of Solomon Dalung, I would say Solomon Dalung is not a serious person. He's not. It is one of the bad elements that work under APC. They actually tarnish the image and good vision of APC. While he was a sports minister, a lot of money was given to each FA of each country to develop sports, to build stadium and other sport facilities and activities here. So the one that alone, he swallowed everything. He told us he's going to build national stadium in Surulere. He's going to reform that very stadium. Up to now, before he left, he couldn't do anything. And he was trying to make sure he found himself working under this very government again. And why you don't have a good mark to work under this very government, he was pushed aside. He was benched, and that anger, that pain is there. So why he's saying all these things is just to join another queue to come in and fight against APC government. I'll tell you that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, fine, he might have not gotten it right presently, as we are all witnessing it, as we all see it. But that does not mean that maybe at the end of the tunnel there's not going to be a light. There will be a light. Fine, we are all concerned. I'm feeling it. Everybody is feeling it. What the country is going through presently. The issue of kidnapping, terrorism. Like I do say, Mr. Mike, if you could remember very well, I said when we talk about kidnapping and terrorism, our kings, the king in each state, the governors, the bailies. There's so many stakeholders that need to be involved. All these people, we need to bring them on board.
It should be a collective effort.
Should be a collective effort. You cannot tell us that 50 people will just walk into your state and they will dominate the entire your state, and they will start kidnapping and they're scoffing, and anybody will tell that they don't know how they're migrating and how they live till they kidnap people. If they never kidnap Adelabu or family or these 300 and something people, they will not be released. And I'm urging them, if these 300 about going to 400 people are being released, why can't them release other people that is still under the kidnappers custody? So the effort and the energy and the strategy that they put in place in making sure these people are being released, they should also put it in place and go further and make sure other people are being released. In one way or the other,
but can these woes he mentioned, affect President Bola Tinubu in 2027? The economic situation, insecurity, all of that.
It can affect partially, like I said. Partially, I'll tell you, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, he have a political structure. APC has one of the most balanced party structure in the whole Africa. No matter whatever, why people are crying, they are dying, they are falling. If APC is doing rally right now, I'm telling you, you marvel, you like, wow. People 1 million march. People will turn out. You personally, you know that you don't want to vote for Asiwaju. I know I want to vote for Asiwaju. He knows he wants to vote for Asiwaju. Millions of Nigerians know they want to vote for Asiwaju. Average Nigerians know they don't want to vote for Asiwaju. 2023, a lot of people were yearning, hey, they are not coming, they are not doing this, they are not going to do that. Eventually, it comes in. A lot of prophecy, hey, they will not this, they will not. It comes in one election. I don't want to talk about what God can do, but what a man can put in action, can put in place, and it will result. Come on, don't take away from Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. So in one way or the other, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, he have his key, he have his idea, he have his foresight to balance the situation of how he can win the election. But I will tell you what.
But he couldn't win in Lagos. That's what.
With what margin?
That's what Dalung.
With what margin? With what margin? You know, with what margin? And along the ahead of everything.
Do you think same thing will happen again?
Definitely, Lagos State is a mega city. Lagos State is a mega city. This is not a state whereby you will be oppressed or you will be denied of exercising your vote. You understand me? Whereby your conscience, your vote will be bad. No. Play your own rule. You have your right to vote who you want to vote. We are not going to stop whosoever not to vote. You understand me? But the millions, the billions battalion soldiers, they are on ground.
But this man said they are less than 14%.
Who is he? He doesn't know anything about what is called politics, what is called election. A lot of people on social media hearing, hey, they don't have voters card. That is number one. They don't even know their polling unit. Their polling unit where they are going to vote. You know, they don't even understand that it is not that you have to carry a plate on your hand and put on paper. There's a logic of how to vote. Because if you pasted it, it might be void.
Bayo, deep down you, do you think millions of Nigerians out there would like to vote for President Bola Tinubu in 2027?
I would say no.
Given what is going on currently in the country?
Yeah, I would say no.
I said no.
Yes.
Okay.
I said no. Because based on what is on ground now,
based on the reality on ground,
it is reality to the opposition, to those who are called instrumental demons against the very government of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, to work against him, to destabilize his vision, to destabilize his mission, his action, his energy, to make sure that they demoralize all his ideas.
Adebayo, which party currently poses biggest threat to President Bola Tinubu or APC in the 2027 election?
I don't see any party that can pose any threat to APC, to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
What about NDC?
No. NDC, let me tell you.
The NDC, talk of the town now.
No. Who says that?
Obi Kwankwaso ticket.
Who says okay? If Obi Kwankwaso ticket, Kwankwaso could have been becoming a president for long. He has been trying to become a president for over many centuries. He could not become a president.
But they've collapsed the structures. You've joined together.
They join together.
Okay, movement. I mean, Kwankwasia movement and obedience. They've collapsed the structure.
They are still minority. They have nothing to offer. They cannot challenge the present structure of APC of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. The present structure of APC Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is something worth to do what? To say, come on, they are good to go. Fine. I don't want to talk. Let me just keep my political analysis aside now. Let's talk about the present situation of Nigeria. The present situation of Nigeria is one of the factors that can affect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Do you understand me? If we come on reality.
If there is a united opposition, don't you think Tinubu will be defeated in 2027?
If there is united opposition, can the united opposition beat the APC structure, the Asiwaju strategy, the Jagaba but good political idea that is on ground? Do you understand me? Call for a party turnout right now. Every place right here in this town will be loaded with APC.
With the money so much.
And I don't want to say maybe nobody can challenge APC. They will only do what they can do. But I will tell you at the end of the day, APC will win the election. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu will win the election. So let me just put it like this: say Solomon Dalung, they should go and keep quiet and keep silent. Is a fraud. He's a fraud. Yes, and he should release what was given to him while he was a sports minister under Buhari regime. Because up to today now, he's one of the one that kept us in this place. Nigeria is not in World Cup. He's one of those people that contributed to all this mess.
All right, Udoze Chima says if Tinubu actually do well, he doesn't need to campaign, as his words will speak for him. After 3 years, Tinubu and his gang are trying so hard to sell his candidacy to Nigerians. This is pathetic.
We are not selling a candidacy to Nigeria. APC is a brand party. It's a brand party.
Does he have good scorecard?
Yes.
3 years of Tinubu in office.
If Asiwaju Bola Tinubu didn't have a good scorecard, look at his antecedent from why he was a governor.
he become a father of a governors in all across 36 states of Nigeria.
He has that scorecard you are claiming now. Why are Nigerians condemning him? Why
those are the minority. Those are the one they are the minority. I'm telling you, they are the minority. Condemning him. They are the one, and they are the one that I wanted to even travel to my state this morning. I will have challenged them that as I'm going to my state, let all of them to go to their state, and I can say when you are in Lagos, you don't see Mr. President working. So maybe if you get to Abuja, you see what he's doing in Abuja. All their states, Mr. President has touched all their states. When you're talking of infrastructure, president, that is Mr. Bola Tinubu. He is the Mr. Project. He is the Mr. Project of Nigeria now. And go to your state. I've been telling you, go to your where do you come from? Akwa Ibom. Go to your Akwa Ibom and see what is going on there. You cannot just be sitting down here and be throwing banter and be making propaganda here. Go to your state and see what they have done in your and the money your governor is collecting. You come here with the peddling of trash. Stop that, man. Mr. President is working, and by God's grace, when the time comes for a second endorsement, we will endorse him. We have more than 1.8 million. 1.8 million. They are ready to complete their ballot box.
All right. Thank you so much. You can still hold on there. Always, you're welcome to the program. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm sure you've been listening to us since. You heard what Dalung Solomon said about President Bola Tinubu having just less than 14% support of the people. You heard what he said about the situation of the country, factors that could hinder him from winning the 2027 election. Insecurity was mentioned, economic situation, hardship was also mentioned. What is it? Is it making a valid assessment of President Bola Tinubu's administration, or is just making simply criticism, or is it just simply criticizing President Bola Tinubu's works?
Let me say happy birthday to Mr. Jacob, one of our men here at the background. I say, may God continue to bless you, Mr. Jacob. Happy birthday to you and God bless you. Mike, Lalong.
Is this simply a political criticism?
Was an ex-APC member who was part of the Buhari's administration. If you look at that statement very well, there is no known group or survey group that we can refer to that this is what they actually brought out, that Bola Tinubu has less than 14% Nigerians supporting him. Anybody that is coming to defend the president should also follow up on Bola Tinubu's statement, acknowledging there is food insecurity in Nigeria, acknowledging that there is insecurity in Nigeria, challenges in Nigeria, to the extent that he mentioned a particular people who are seen to be creating insecurity. But that being issue, we know where all those things actually started from. Mike, let us make references. Even a criminal has a supporter.
Even a criminal has a supporter.
Yes. A failure has a fan. Any club that did not win any cup has still have fans. So anybody that's telling you that Bola Tinubu does not have supporters, or those who believe in him, or those who are basically tribalism, religion, or whatever, and they want this thing to continue, whether it is good for Nigeria or not. That is how it is everywhere. But I can tell you that Bola Tinubu is prepared to rig the election. Yes, we can see the handwriting on the wall.
What handwriting are you talking about?
Mike, look at the issue of Emeka Ike. It's a very serious issue. How a classified data was leaked. And before you leak that kind of information, somebody inside INEC, how did you know the name of the person? How do you know that this person is in charge? So this is what I'm telling you, that one alone, I don't know why Wike's aide made that kind of mistake. For me, there shouldn't be election in that regard. If there's going to be election, this present INEC chairman should be removed. But I'm coming to that. I'm coming. A lot of things are playing out gradually. So, whatever it is, Bola Tinubu has already mapped out a strategy to rig the election. He doesn't want to know whether he performs or not. But he can notice or observe.
Well, they have been talking about transparency and credibility.
Who is talking about
free and fair election?
No, all those things I see it are just mere statement or rhetorics, and not just to create a certain impression that yes, he's a man of integrity. Everybody knows that Tinubu is not a man of integrity. Everybody knows that Tinubu's personality is still questionable up to this moment. Everybody knows that Tinubu is one of the corrupt individuals in Nigeria. Everybody knows that. But Nigeria plays commercialized politics. Nigerians worship money. Nigerians believes in money. No Nigerian will be able to behave like Fela Nicholas Okuti or Gani Fayemi, or even Tina Achebe to an extent. So by the time we begin to understand this very well, that even the president himself has acknowledged failure, what are we coming to do? Then why do you want to repeat himself? And that's why a lot of people are saying, Bola Tinubu, can you just excuse yourself? One, you are not physically okay. Two, your personality is questionable. Three, you wobbles your administration and your way of projecting leadership to Nigeria is still nothing to write home about. Your ex don't know anything about. Look at the guy they said that he was the one that tweeted or exposed or the voice note we are talking about that very dark man used. You can see it. The person that did the investigation, that did the whole thing, Bayo Onoruga still want an Igbo man to be crucified. I'm telling you, there's the level of incompetence in his administration, but he doesn't see it because he believes in ethnic loyalty. And we're talking about one Nigeria. We cannot be one. Anybody that does not want, like what I'm saying, should go to hell. There were two people that were involved in that thing, and the guy said, no, it's not this one. The guy that did it, but still went and started bringing an Igbo boy who stays in Benin that he is the one that circulated Bola Tinubu's voice. And the man said, no, they're going to court today. The same Bayo Onoruga. Mike, it tells you that the people, one of the problems Bola Tinubu is having is quite unfortunate, are the people that surround him. They're able to tell you, okay, and it plays out in almost all the sectors of the economy. People are not. See, how long can we continue to do that? So that's another problem Bola Tinubu is having. Those who surround him are not competent enough. They're not experienced. There's no technical there. What he employed around him, what he brought about him, the members of the inner circle, cabinet, are politicians. There is no tested and trusted technocrat in that Bola Tinubu's administration, and that is an off point for him. That is one. Two, Bola Tinubu, if you want to do something to turn things around, he knows what to do. Yes.
But you said his administration has admitted failure.
No, he is the one that admitted failure.
He admitted
failure. Yes.
Now, since the administration of Bola Tinubu has admitted failure, what can the administration do to improve its re-election chances?
No, he doesn't have the courage to do that. Because I've looked at him very well. Mike, you remember that, I'm not Bola Tinubu's fan, but for the fact that he's from the southern Nigeria, I expected his government to be better than Buhari 100 times. That is my belief. But it turns out to be the worst ever in the history of Nigeria.
Is there anything?
Mike, yes.
The government
let me tell you.
Chances of the election.
No. What he's going to do? Can he be decisive?
Decisive.
Yes. Don't be afraid of the Northerners. Don't be afraid of anybody, because you cannot conquer jihad and banditry in Nigeria.
What was he afraid of? He said he's a stubborn politician.
No, but if you say you are a stubborn politician as a president, that statement alone, has already, destroyed the presidency. The way people look at the presidency, that shouldn't come out from a president in the first place. You understand? It's just like when you said you are a miracle. That you are coming to tell a sitting president, coming to tell the whole world that you are a stubborn president. But you are not the only one in Nigeria. There are mafias everywhere. And they will look at that kind of statement and say, okay, no, you don't need to say that. But there's a diplomatic way you can put up words there, and people will say, okay, maybe the perception will change about what you represent and what you are projecting. You are talking to Nigerians, and normally now, in every electioneering period, you should expect opposition. Make a lie. Well, if you like be the best anywhere in the world, there should be opposition. People who still want to say, okay, these are the gray areas, you didn't get this area, you didn't get that. But now you are telling us that you want to still impose yourself on Nigerians, either hook or crook. That is tyranny. That is authoritarian.
Are you saying we don't have a strong opposition right now?
Mike, I will not say that, because I'm still expecting that Atiku should be careful.
Careful of what?
Yes, because Mike, I'm telling you, I don't know what is Atiku's interest. Everybody would have mocked PDB at this moment if PDB had not exited.
Has he stopped him from contesting? Obi is on the platform of ADC. On the platform of ADC.
Mike, I'm telling you that had it been that Obi stayed, imagine what would have been. What would have happened? My problem is with Atiku is very clear, sir. It is not the turn of the North. Mike, nobody will tell me. Yes, boss.
Is there zoning in
but he is the one that preached it.
Zoning?
Yes, Atiku preached zoning. When he feels that he favors the North. Like I'm telling you that, to be honest with you, Bola Tinubu cannot defeat people who are sponsoring bandits. It was Buhari that said they are bandits, so that beg the media to change from terrorism jihad to bandits. But we know that, these people are not bandits, they are terrorists. The same people that Atiku feared and went and deleted a post he made against Deborah. But I want you to understand that there's a psychological effect on we Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians, when we look at these leaders manipulating the process that would have given us genuine leadership, that would have given us responsive leadership.
Oh yes, between Atiku and Obi, who poses biggest threat to President Bola Tinubu's ambition?
No, none of them.
None of them.
Yes.
Definitely we don't have a united opposition.
No, I'm coming. None of them. At least for now. But I can tell you, with what is going on currently now, if one person is sincere enough
Obi seems to be have an overwhelming organic support, more than. How many members do ADC have? And how many members do NDC have? And how many members do APC have? NDC is the fastest growing political party in Nigeria currently now. Please take note of that. The highest, largest growing political party in Nigeria now. But when we are saying that Atiku is a threat, is he would have, no matter what happens, join the struggle to rescue Nigeria and not see ADC that was supposed to be a coalition party as his own personal party. Where is there in ADC today? But that's not what I'm talking about. But I can tell you that both Atiku and the rest of them, they have questions to answer over insecurity in Nigeria. Like, these guys you are seeing in the forest today have international dimension to it. Nigeria, the world, the Arab world, the Islamic world, the Muslim world want to see the largest black nation on earth being Islamized. Bola Tinubu cannot be able to do anything about it.
Should Nigerians give him a second time, or is it fine?
Not for me. The only way you can change policies is to change politicians.
To change politicians.
If you want to change a bad policy, a bad government, you have to change politicians.
So what we need now is new leadership.
No, if I were Bola Tinubu, I would
second time.
No, if I were Bola Tinubu, I would have resigned. If you love Nigeria, Bola Tinubu is not looking for 1 naira or 2 naira.
If you were Tinubu, you would have resigned.
Bros, what is the big deal?
Okay, if he resigns today and presidential election were held, who would you vote for?
I will vote for Obi. Okay, I will vote for Obi to test Obi whether Obi actually can do exactly those things he is saying that he can do. And remember, we have just less than 4 years of P2B. But look at what is happening in Abia State now. Can you see what is happening in Abia State now? Less than 4 years. Are you seeing any form of transformation? If there is a better leadership at the national level, I tell you, some of these governors will be responsible. If the presidency means business today, I can tell you, some of these governors in Nigeria will take a cue from the national level and be able to impart deeply. Now, we are not talking about insecurity. We are not talking about governance. But the question is this, at this point, what do we get from APC? Ever since APC came into power, what can we actually talk about that we have benefited from APC? Right from the Buhari date, what can Nigeria stand up and say, okay, we benefited? The best thing Bola Tinubu would have done is to give Nigerians a level playing ground to discover themselves, to be independent, because we have whatever it takes to survive as a nation more than any other nation in the world. But let me tell you, in Europe today, EU, the entire EU continent is about 400 million in population. All the countries that made up EU, they are about 400. Nigeria is 50% of all the EU nations. But do you understand what I'm talking about? 50% of all the EU nations. So, and if you look at those countries today, some of them are not even up to 15-20 million in population. But their citizens are living a better life. Most of them do not even have crude oil. Most of them do not even have oil. The kind of population Nigeria have, if
our leaders actually understand that at least let one black nation be a model, a reference point to other African nations on earth. No, and Nigeria was supposed to play that role. But what did they do? They now mortgaged the entire society and sold it to jihad and Islamization agenda. Again, was that very dark man, when the very dark man was talking about this, he said it very clearly that gradually, you see, I come here, I always say it, gradually Nigeria is moving towards Islamization agenda. Is it not my position here? Even before for years, very dark man was able to air it.
For years, to say it.
So, and I said, Bola Tinubu, can you understand what is actually going on? And know that you need to protect your own people, the Yoruba race. You need to protect the southern Nigeria. You need to protect the middle belt. You need also to protect the Hausas. How can you protect the Hausas? A land that is already in the north trying to engage northern leaders. I don't know whether it is about 2027 or not, but for me, I think that's a good move for President Tinubu to have tried to see how he can actually engage the northerners on what is happening. But it is not going to stop there, because the sponsors of jihad in Nigeria are international. There are countries that are interested to make sure that the aim and objective is being achieved. What can Bola Tinubu do in that regard? What can anybody do in that regard? We wake up every morning, we blame the government for not providing security, when we are seeing it very clearly that our soldiers are being beheaded in their barracks.
Oh yes, about 360 abductees were freed. Is that not an achievement?
Mike, if you are talking about 350, 60 abductees we are freed, is that an... Well, to go to the victims
under APC,
to the victims, it is an achievement.
But to you,
but to me, it is a wrong step to solving the wrong problem.
A wrong step?
It is a wrong step in solving a wrong problem.
By rescuing people?
No, you understand what I'm saying? No, I said those families.
For so long?
Those families feel that yes, okay. But from a broader look, if you look at it deeply, we are still where we are.
Adilabu's sister was also rescued.
No, that can be like Nollywood film.
Nollywood film?
Yes, you understand. It will be like Nollywood film because the whole thing is not too clear. You understand?
How is it not clear?
Those guys are like, those street kidnappers. Who are taking out
bandits.
I don't think they are bandits because you see the guy that fell from the ceiling. How heavy he is. How can you? Even though he was shot, how can you fall from the ceiling like that? You're a big man now. What are you looking for? And look at the houses and all that and everything. No, so for me, it is not very clear. It looks like something that was state managed. To create an impression. But brother, let me tell you, government can do anything. The government can do anything. But the one that is overpowering, the Nigerian government has not been able to do anything or manipulate it, is the one that is staring everybody on the face now. Mike, yesterday, over 48 jihadists entered Imo State 2 days ago. And do you know the funny thing? They were using their bike and everything. People were seeing them.
They went there to visit people or to do what?
Mike, you know that after some time they would disappear into the crowd, into the village, into the communities, into the cities.
What did the Imo State government do about that?
What is he going to do?
You blame the president for that?
No, Mike, yes.
The president, not the state government.
Yes. Mike. You see, that's why I said I will not blame Makinde. People are saying blame Makinde. You can Makinde command any military barracks. Can Makinde command any military or any battalion? Can Makinde issue an order to the GOC in that state?
What is the chief security of the state?
No, the security of the state is just on papers. With all the security, what they call it, that they normally give to them and all that, they use it to take care of themselves and all that. But can Seyi Makinde now command the military or the police without the federal? The answer is no. And that's what we're saying, that I mentioned it here. Can the structure, the military structure, the police structure be, dismantled, where every state will have a commanding influence on the instrument of security, like the army and the police?
Oh, yes, you're just complaining here. This is what Mookie Great has written here. Without the president's new policy, can Abia State Governor Oti perform?
But does Alex Oti need Bola Tinubu to perform? Is he a member of APC? Did he follow them and collect allocations?
Let's talk about the policy.
Yeah, need policy now. Policy. I don't understand. No, he don't have the man himself decide to perform.
He has decided to
give leadership,
to deliver the message.
God bless you. To the people. Okay, great. Have you been told? Oh yeah, the one that decided that I'm not going to steal, I'm not going to loot. It is my responsibility.
I'm going to be different from other politicians.
Oh, maybe he did so. And you can see he is committed. And if case not taken, Abia State is going to have one of the largest and biggest seaport in the entire eastern region. Remember, from that Azumiri to the Atlantic is less than 8 nautical miles. Like I'm telling you, if you can achieve that, there's also plan to be one of the largest stadium in Abia State, because he decided to do it. But the problem is that subsequently another government can come in, and before you know it, that what you are seeing on ground that would have stepped up development, that would have stepped up human resources, that would have stepped up, human capital, input. Another government can just come in and destroy whatever foundation LSOT has actually made. So Bola Tinubu's policies does not have a direct effect on what LSOT wanted to do. If there's any policy like that, then why are we not seeing that policies being implemented in other states?
I'm still coming back to you. David, you're welcome to the program. You heard what Nigerians have been saying about President Bola Tinubu, especially his reforms, his policies. Recently, Dalung criticized him. He said, in 2027, President Bola Tinubu won't get it right. He has less than 14% supporters. He cited examples of factors that could hinder his re-election. Insecurity was mentioned. Economic hardship was also mentioned. Now, is Tinubu disconnected from the realities of ordinary Nigerians? And opposition, have been criticizing him. Do they have a better alternative?
Thank you for that wonderful question, Mr. Michael Adekule. I think for me, I've listened to some of my analysts, some of the analysts who came here and said data in politics does not count. But I have a different perspective, a different view about that. There is no way a politician who is rooted, who is grounded, will not do political survey. Possible. Any politician would always go around community, reach out to research agencies for them to carry out survey about his re-election bid. So for Dalung to have come out and said that, it shows that he himself might have done a survey, and that survey have shown to Nigerians that the president, those supporting him, are just 40% of it.
Are his surveys accurate?
Mr. Michael,
are his claims accurate?
Claims survey might not be true, but to some extent, it is always reality on ground, because survey is not carried out by you print out questionnaire and people get feedback on the streets. So whatever methodology he has carried out that survey, Mr. Mike Adekule, I can tell you with every commission that the man is right. Mr. Mike Adekule, I need to Mr. Mike, you too can conduct a survey here now. Tell us why and see who is pleased with the current administration. Survey is not done in government house. Survey is collected by ordinary man on the streets because it gives them avenue room for them to express their displeasure and grievances. Mr. Makadekule, I can tell you with every indication that the president himself knows that he has not done too well.
Are you sure he knows he has not?
Mr. President,
that's why I asked the question that is he disconnected from the realities of facing ordinary Nigerians?
Mr. Mike, the president is very, very disconnected from us because those surrounding the president are not telling the president the truth. Because in the sense that we told him here that subsidy removal would not yield any effect. Rather, it will bring more hardship to every Nigerian. Now, is it not about
all the candidates that contested the 2023 election?
Yes,
all promised to remove subsidy.
Mr. Mike, Obi and Atiku said not immediately when as office. Obi Atiku said it was 6 months. Study. See, you must
study first.
You must create a framework. Mr. President did not even create a framework for him on that because other aspirants made mention of agricultural subsidy. See, Mr. Mike Adekule, subsidy removal to me. Even if Obi had entered, I would have faulted it that it is not a good one. Mr. Mike, as Nigerians, I'm not someone that if Obi had entered, I remove it too. If it were wrong too, I would have faulted it because one, the only thing that keeps a Nigerian man going na subsidy, Mr. Mike. That is the only thing every Nigerian benefit from government. Aside from the subsidy, Mr. Mike, what other thing can they pinpoint that we benefit from Nigeria? And Mr. Mike, when the president said subsidy is gone, he said mass transit buses will be stationed in strategic location to convey workers. He said it will convey those people to their various homes, that it will cushion the effects of the subsidy. Nobody saying it will be free. There's an amount to be paid, but government to subsidize it for us. Up to today, Mr. Michael, how many of those buses are we seeing? None of them. And this thing too, there's no way that the PMS does not have an implication on the economy. If there is a hike in PMS, the cost of goods will inflate. There's no that. Price of commodities in the market will inflate because a trader will go to the market, will board the bus, and she would add that money to the price of the commodities. So, Mr. Makadekule, the reality is that the president is far disconnected from people.
And with all this criticism, all these condemnations now, as the opposition have been able to offer a better alternative.
Mr. Makadekule, the opposition has a very good, credible, formidable solution to it if given the opportunity. Look at now, President Bola said every Nigeria should go get their PVC. Mr. Mike, what is happening in INEC office? It has always been disenfranchisement. Kosovo local government, a friend of mine has been parading that INEC office since last week up to now. INEC has been giving him story. INEC no open. I get the video. What's up for me? Since last week, a friend of mine again, Uzoma, was in Italy, Ojokoro, to transfer his polling units. That's one by year. I know the people like this, Mr. Mike. Is that not an act of disenfranchisement? If the current chairman, Anukuton, is not working for APC, and yet someone will say APC is rooted, APC is grounded, APC. Mr. Makadekule, if today there is a free and fair election, Mr. Makadekule, I can bet it with everything that the president will not return, because it is obvious. No mistake, go see for abroad. They say this one. It is my opinion. I don't want you to even like my opinion. If the president, let them tell us the achievement of the president. None of them can tell us that the president has done enough well to the, or that the president deserves a second term. All what we hear is jamboree every day. All what we hear are just fallacies, excuses. A government under the president's watch, under the president's watch, the people, the civil servants in Abuja are not being paid. I have a friend of mine. He is a federal civil servant. He said in the history of Nigeria that Tinubu has not paid them salary. A federal civil servant, a federal civil servant is complaining, and yet where is the president keeping all the money from? Where is the money? Where is the president keeping those money to? It is, see, I am not even against that see the election and the election. Just like I said that Mr. Makadegule, if the president knows that he cannot handle the problem of Nigeria, Mr. Makadegule, he should resign. Someone called him master strategist. What else? What is the master strategist, Mr. Mike? When the president was the governor of the state, I was a teenager then. At least I was in school. Let them point out, let them tell us what was the President Bola Tinubu achievement as the governor of Lagos State. He built up a building code. He built five mega this school. Yes,
he doesn't deserve credit for his reforms in Lagos.
What reforms? Mr. Makadegule, if today you are the governor of Lagos State, as long as you have airports, you have seaports, Mr. Makadegule, you could do person. Tinubu was not the one that attracted seaport to Lagos State. Now Tinubu was not the one that attracted airport to Lagos State, Mr. Makadegule. Tinubu was not the one that attracted headquarters of different companies, because already any state that there is seaport and airport, Mr. Mike, it is a added advantage to that state. Indirectly, population will triple in that state. There is no talk about it. So saying that Tinubu, look at states, what was no Tinubu states, you cannot have bad water. No, obesity, you know, no how the ball you get, no the ball you get. Na government water.
It seems so Nigerians are becoming more interested in voting out the incumbent government.
We saw that happen under Jonathan, you know,
and this is gathering momentum.
Yes, it tells you the level of awareness. It tells you the level of exposure. It tells you the level Nigeria have come to start to assess information and begin to ask questions. You know, voters' awareness. They need to be aware. You know, because they're already feeling the impact of bad leadership and giving so many things surrounding our livelihood on daily basis, our economy, you know, both home and outside, you know, how it feels to be able to keep your home. So I think the pressure is actually coming on them now, and they're beginning to ask questions, you know, who is actually responsible for this, you know, you understand. I'm not saying that, bros, I'm not saying that Bola Tinubu is going to do 100%, even though Obi cannot do 100%.
Continue?
Yes, even Obi cannot do 100%. Like I'm telling you. But you know, my reservation is this. Look at those critical sectors that can boost.
You said this several times.
Yes, they can
pick one thing, pick one sector.
So it once and for all.
And that's all.
It has a multiplying effect on other things.
And he has not been able to solve. Pick one and solve.
No one has able. Jonathan was not able to do that. Yaradua was not able to do that.
What about Obasanjo?
Obasanjo was not able to do that.
But
let me tell you.
What about Buhari?
Buhari was even the worst.
And now
Tinubu. But what Buhari did was to make sure that terrorist organizations in Nigeria are officially registered. That is only achievement. Mighty Allah. He made sure that they are well registered and recognized. Today, outside Nigeria, the international community sees Mighty Allah as a terrorist organization. Now, do you understand what we are talking about? Now, where is Al-Shabaab coming from? Is this from Nigeria? Where is Hamas coming from? Is he from Nigeria? Where is Hezbollah coming from? Is he from Nigeria? ISWAP, is he from Nigeria? Mike, can you ask yourself a question? Why all the hot terrorists all over the world are interested in Nigeria? Why are they in Nigeria? What are they doing in Nigeria? Can government of Nigeria be able to fight them and conquer them? I think we need to say they say they get Boko Haram. Boko Haram they here, not there. Yeah, Boko Haram. But by the time we begin to see these international organizations, terrorist organizations, having a strong hold in Nigeria. Some of them they use planes self, carry them from where they are, fight them inside Nigeria. What is going on? And for 60 years now, I can bet you that non-Nigeria have been able to enjoy one thing, just one thing, even though it's under the electricity 24 hours. There are some communities in Nigeria today that does not even have ordinary protocols of wire. But on daily basis, we are seeing billions and billions and billions and billions that are supposed to fix Nigeria are being corrupted.
I'm coming. I would like you to have President Bola Tinubu back in 2027.
Well, Jack, before we can say let him come back, it depends on what that he have already done. For him to be there 3 years, the best is let him finish in 4 years and pack out.
Pack out?
Yes.
Just like that.
What have we get? When you are coming to insecurity, multiply it day by day. This is a man who I thought that is more experienced than late Buhari, but he also worse and worse and worse. Do you have the tactics to tackle this insecurity? I thought that it is a man who comes in and fighting the insecurity first to make the citizen to be happy. Why? It's putting sorrow and hardship to the citizen. People will come over here and say, Ahmed Tinubu is doing well. In which way? If the Minister of Sports was a member of APC, that's why they give him the job. And you know if the people that say that one was inside APC, not in or out of APC. Now he says that Ahmed Tinubu cannot get it right. Well, Kula said Ahmed Tinubu get it right. In which way? Kula is not in the member of APC carry. It's follow. Why a full member tell you that Ahmed Tinubu can never get it for 2027? They are inside there, more than we. They know what is going on. Ahmed Tinubu have already total fair. Look at insecurity circulated. Does it mean that now someone said that federal government know them, know where they are? Which action have federal government of Nigeria be Ahmed Tinubu taking on it? He just put his hand. Before the thing come to inside southwest, I see yet he haven't make a move. He haven't make a move. Also, Mr. President has total failure. The ideology of government, it doesn't have it. That's how I said the truth. So what can he present for us for 2027? Nothing. So let another person come in. If they for the subsidy way, some of them say in 2023 they will move it. We don't know the system they will take to move it. But Ahmed Tinubu comes in and subsidy is gone. That's where the problem of Nigeria has up to today. Ahmed Tinubu haven't bring the solution to solve it out. No matter is carrying on to be giving governors. Is it the governors is supposed to be giving the money? Why is supposed to do for the national? He could not do it. Let me say, his government is total failure.
All right, thank you so much, Jack. I really appreciate you. Honorable, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning.
You heard what everybody said. People have heard their views, have heard their opinions on the platform. But is the NDC, I mean Nigerian Democratic Congress, ready to give us what we want in 2027? Is NDC ready to bring Nigeria or rescue Nigeria or Nigerians from this current reality we are being faced with?
Yes, they are, or will I say we are, ready to advance the Nigerian democracy and the rule of law. As you can see, even right from the way the party has been going on with their election and the candidates who emerge and so on, you can see it's actually very flexible. Which if it's not that, people like us will not be where we are today. Probably in 10 years or 20 years time, I might not be a candidate of any political party. That, you know, a very you know, competitive political party. Let's say I'm in the APC also. Where do we want? Where the son of nobody with how much in his account and pay and a family member? How can you afford a 30 million naira nomination form or so? You get. You're going to be, you go and kill. You know, they have designed the whole setting to be the things of the elite people, those who are at the top, and those who are not wise till now. We still be following them, those that do not have the dream. And you can see the movement. The Nigerian people have come out. I see the people. This election is actually different from 2023 or a year before. The reason being that before now, those who have been participating in the electoral voting have always been full party members, and that's the turnout of the election numbers is always small voters. But nowadays, the people have realized it's eating everybody out now. Even those who are not fully party members have seen that it is a responsibility to have their voters card. It is a responsibility to vote, even though they will not partake in any sharing of maybe 1,000 or 2,000 and 1 cup of rice. Because whatever happens at the top in the government, we affect them. So now we have more of normal, simple Nigerian people that they don't know anything about that grassroots politics. They are results that what when they see a candidate that feel that what he has something good for them, like Peter Obi and Kwakwanso, they are ready to go and cast their vote. And now they are ready to what? To stay. Like I said before, 2023 election in Lagos State, look at the numbers. It's less than how many million? We have over 7 million voters card holder that refuse to go out to vote on that day. Automatically, if those who did not vote in Lagos State last election and they are PVC has come out to say we want to follow this party and they all vote for that party, they are going to win both APC, Labour and everybody in Lagos State. So now, those people have realized that now. So now, 70% of those people are saying enough is enough. They are going to participate in this coming election by far. So you can see the statistic is going to be high now, and the turnout is going to be high. There is sanitation everywhere now, sensitization in the public that people must come out to vote. They will vote and they will stay to defend their votes. So we need to advance from this waking up every day talking about bad news, bad occurrence in the country, in the states. If the president that is rugged, there are people that are rugged than you. And we are hearing you have been spending pacifics on 1 or 2 threats within the Lagos State and whatsoever from some people. And this time around, we are going to stay. Whatsoever will happen, we are going to stay and defend our vote, whether they like it or not. There will be no form of any intimidation that we are going to bow down to. So anything that is going on, we are going to update our people. And our party leaders understand that already, that there will be threat from left, right, and center.
And NDC challenge President Bola Tinubu.
Why are they shaking? They are shaking. They thought why is El-Rufai in prison? Ordinary, this. Why is Yahya Bello having a senatorial candidate of APC? Who is more dangerous or terrorist among Yahya Bello and El-Rufai? You understand? So and now you have kept Yahya Bello, El-Rufai in prison, but still does not stop the will of the people. The will of God will definitely prevail.
All right, apart from this, the last question: which states out of the 36 states do you think will be the biggest battleground in 2027?
Of course, Lagos. Of course, Lagos. We are just praying that let there be free and fair election. If Bola Tinubu wins, so be it.
Why Lagos?
I think Lagos is more sophisticated, cosmopolitan at the same time, compared to Kano and Port Harcourt. So whatever happens in Lagos is being seen as mini Nigeria. Lagos is just a mini Nigeria. So they have almost all the components of other regions are in Lagos. So with the sophistication, that's why it's very difficult to rig election in Lagos because Lagos people are intelligent and are exposed. They are not predominantly Christians. They are not predominantly Muslims. They are just semi-urban people. Semi-urban people. That has urbanized themselves and all that and are exposed. So you can't come and tell a Lagos man now that you are hungry and you are giving him one Indomie. He will look at you and say, "You are a kilo share now." Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how sophisticated Lagos is. But it cannot happen in other states. you know. So you can also get some kind of, you know, interpretation in maybe in Kano or in Port Harcourt that have a similarity with that of Lagos. So we are just hoping that Nigerians will get informed, get sensitized, and understand that if Bola Tinubu's government is seen as not favoring the, or not providing leadership to them, the only weapon they have is just their PVC. And I pray that INEC should do the needful.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your contribution. Good to have you on the program this morning.
Thank you.
Suma, a very, very nice contribution from you too. Viewers across the globe, we say a big thank you for joining us. We appreciate your engagement this morning. I hope you enjoyed the program. All right, today is Mr. Jacob Adedeji's birthday. He's celebrating his birthday today. We have drinks and food on ground to mark his birthday. So please, let's wait behind to enjoy what he has offered us.
Jacob Adedeji.
Jacob Adedeji, yeah.
So one of the patrons of this platform. We will never forget you, sir. God bless you. More days, many happy returns to you, sir.
All right, if you're watching us for the first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. The like button is there. Hit it. Hit the like button. To the wife of Udezi Chima in Italy, who blessed me this morning, thank you so much. I really appreciate your gift, cash gift from Mrs.
Udezi Chima.
Thank you so much. To Mr. Andrew Ogunjimi, who spoke to me. That was on weekend. We had discussions. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yagali Baba Yaga, thank you for joining us this morning. Mustafa Odeshino, we appreciate you. King Joe Ogba, thank you so much. He's watching. We also need to say a big thank you to Dr. IK in Caribbean Island. Yeah, thank you so much for your consistent support on the platform. To Mrs. Tina in California, thank you so much. We appreciate you. To the rest of the viewers, thank you all. Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow around 7 o'clock. I'm Michael Adekunle, and I wish you a great day. Goodbye.